Sport has the power to change the world. It has the power to inspire.
Sit down with us, former Springbok, former Super Rugby player. You also, remember with your brilliant try you scored against New Zealand in the Tri-Nation. I think you made more than 40 meters through the...
Every year I get older, it gets 5 meters longer, so now it's about 60 meters.
It's about 60 meters, but it's actually a privilege to have you here and to have a chat with you and just to go back and realize how things were in the past.
Yeah, no, thanks for Vincent, and thanks for the opportunity. I think it's a milestone interview. I think it's the first of many.
True.
For the Quinn on the Couch, a great initiative that we rolled out with you at Tlotlo and everybody that's involved. So it's a milestone project, and it's about knowing the Quinn, and that's a tradition that we want to start. And it's an honor to be in the first episode and sitting on the couch with a legend like yourself.
I appreciate it. Now, I see you were born also in Mafeking, if I'm correct. We went to high school in Lichtenburg.
Lichtenburg, yeah, that's right, yeah.
How was the rugby that side at the point?
Look, rugby in the old Stellaland, the Western Transvaal, was tough. It was hard. We had a very, very good stint in high school.
Yeah.
Where we, in 1988, the first team and the under 15 team won the Directors Trophy, and I think it was the first in the history of the Directeurs Trophy, as they call it, or the Bill Trophy, as it's called.
Yeah.
So, and when that other 15 group played first team 2 or 3 years later, we played in the final again against Randburg. So rugby was tough. We beat an Affies, and so we had a good stint, and big boys on the Platteland, as they say.
Have you ever thought, when you were still young playing rugby, have you ever thought that you would actually reach the heights that you reached in your career?
No, you know things, you know self coming from Limpopo, if you're in the rural areas, you're not in the mainstream schools, and it makes life a little bit tough to see you running out in the green and gold, because you're in a community. Your father used to be a farmer, and his uncle and his grandpa. So you after school you go and study agri course or whatever the case like that, and your life is set on the farm, and you have to go back to the farm. So when we were kids kicking ball, everybody wants to be an Arsblota or Karel du Plessis and all those boys, so we lived the rugby, but the opportunity, the mindset of thinking to play for it was just never there.
I mean, I could also say that I feel like in your generation as well, things that could also be the same in our generation, whereby there are different provinces, different regions in South Africa, Sometimes I just feel like there are places where there's not much exposure. But at the end of the day, it's just about how much a kid wants. In this game of us, it's just about drive.
And I mean, we're going to touch base on the flamenco sport a little bit later, and it's exactly that. It's giving a kid rural area or far away area opportunity to say, come and I had a stepping stone. Everybody had a stepping stone in his career, and it's about creating that stepping stone to say, here's opportunity for you, have a bite of the cherry.
Yeah, that's true.
Because if we didn't have the big brother looking over us, there's so many kids falling through the cracks.
True.
And that's why I'm so passionate about club rugby, and that's why I'm involved with Harlequins as well.
True.
Being vice chair there and forward coach, and it's my way of giving back.
Touching more on the Harlequins as well, I see they've been doing quite well, and actually had an honor to have you as my coach for a couple of months in the first team when I was just trialing with them. Honestly, in those small moments, I've learned a couple of 2 things for me, mostly about drive, heart, in this game of ours, and having to be by players side by side every time, you can actually learn a lot. Although you were playing in a different time, and then we're playing now, it's still the same coaching, it's still the same structure, still more the same thing.
The most important thing about an average player and a brilliant player is mental So you can go on and on about mental toughness, but also hard work always beats talent, except when talent works hard.
That's true.
And that's a story that we know. Yeah. So a lot of kids are spoiled rotten with talent, but they're lazy. They don't want to work hard because they just rely on their pure talent.
That's true.
And if you can get that mindset right to say hard work and talent, you know, if you can get that right, then you'll be a Springbok. But
That's true.
and that's a mindset, and that's what you need to change in your mental toughness armor. To say, you know, you need to work hard. You need to work hard, and it's funny enough that kids that fall through the cracks, that has the talent and works hard, they always come out on top.
True.
You get the high road, you get the low road.
Yeah.
But the guys getting to the low road, and it's proven by statistics, is the guy that gets to the top and he stays longer there.
True.
So,
I mean, talent can only get you through the doors as much, but hard work keeps you inside the room.
of course, yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Actually, you were also nominated in 2003 for SA Player of the Year.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm sure the rugby was tough in those days, and I'm sure you never thought of yourself having to be one of the nominees in the SA Rugby.
No.
So, what would you tell a child from the rural areas? How would you tell them not to give up? It's just only a foundation where you are.
Yeah.
I feel like such times as well where you're in rural areas or places where you're unfortunate, those are actually kind of places whereby you need them in your rugby career or in your life in general, because they actually build you, they actually toughen you up, and they actually make you strive even more. So coming from there, from Sterling, how would you say that you made it out of that to where you actually were, like years after that, you still more those jerseys?
Look, I've proven a lot of critics wrong because, and at the end of the day, nobody has the right to tell you what you can not achieve.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the first thing.
That's true.
So how do we change the attitude of that kid that works hard?
Yeah.
He works hard, but his framework is only that big, and it's the size of his community, because that's where he lives. So that's why we push in club rugby hard, to say, if you work hard, we will see you, and you will come into the system. Even if you come from the Popo or wherever the case might be, we will see you. There will be mentoring, and mentoring is a very important part in a kid's life, to say, you know, I see you, I know what you can do, and I'll mentor you. You know, we all have dads or uncles or whatever the case might be through your life that pushes you a little bit to say, well done, job well done. And everybody wants to have a naughty badge. So it's about expanding that kid's thinking to say, and I mean that's a message of what, I mean, I was in primary school in Maratsani. I showed you the picture. We were just 15 boys in the school of 52. I mean, it's not different from where you come from.
True.
So, but somebody had to give you that opportunity to say, go for it. And push it. And sometimes your back needs to be against the wall in order to make that decision to say, I've got nothing going on for me. And that's why the mentoring side from our students is pretty much important, and we'll touch base, is to identify the kids that work hard, to get them out of the system and get them in a proper system and in Harlequins. And from there on it's lift off.
Let's touch more on the club rugby side. Club rugby, I believe it's going up. It's actually starting to become a big thing in South Africa, as it was. The Golden Cup is there, I understand, but we also have the Carlton League, which is Heineken. Heineken is also taking part in it now. Some kids will think that after school I need to go to a union, I need to go to the Bulls, Thomas, anything like that. But they don't understand the type of exposure you can actually get while playing for a club. For example, Harlequins. Tell us more on what are the opportunities that can come out if you had to be in a club. Most likely, let's say Queens.
Look, the unions are restricted to X amount of players that they can contract. So they like they say in Afrikaans, skip a roer, the top of the crop. And that's why I'm saying there's a hell of a lot of guys that is falling through the system. And what Willem Strauss, the Blue Bulls, is doing well is accommodating and punting club rugby hard. Okay. Willem used to be my agent when I played rugby, so I know his passion for club rugby. So coming through the system and coming into the system in club rugby is just immense. I mean, this year we had streaming and we had our games has been shown on SABC. Yeah. So the exposure all of a sudden of club rugby is just going through the roof. I mean, I think 4 of our props and so on that came through the system has been contracted by smaller unions. True. So it's about catching a guy that falls through the system, because there's only a limited amount that can be contracted out of the how many thousands of boys that's playing rugby in their high school career. That's true. And to accommodate them and give them proper IP. You know, teach them way of life, teach them life skills. And the guys that's falling through the cracks has always got something to show. Yeah. And that's the scruffies. I call them the scruffies because that was me. Yeah. And it's about taking them by the hand, coach them the finer things in life, and they will excel. And the boys will come on top. So we've got a good club structure. And if the guys think, you know, there's no life after rugby, they've got it wrong. There is, you know, it's the guys that's matriculated, I mean, join the club. You're an ambassador. Yeah. You do player identification like Toto did now. Yeah. Now we're creating an opportunity for that kid in Young Kempdorp or Fallards to say, but there's a guy, there's opportunity. He's going to fall through the cracks. Yeah. If we don't get it. True. That's true. Because like kids in Capricorn, kids in Limpopo, Vivo, Marazzani, wherever, doesn't matter. We need to accommodate those kids and get them in the system.
I think we need, I feel like we need to get more out there. We need to get maybe like flyers type thing, like to show them in a way. Because I feel like there's a lot of people interested in this.
Flyers is all that. We're going to do a video clip. A small WhatsApp. Yeah. It's going to fly.
Social media.
Social media. All the kids are on social media, you know. Yeah. I mean, the videos that you guys make is just awesome. And we do that to say, we're giving you hope, we're giving you a stepping stone. We can boost your career. True. Whatever. First year is on a learnership, next year is on a yes. The third year, there's money to accommodate them in the club.
That's true. That's true. Now, I think...
have you seen how many times Gerrit Small, Jake White, everybody is sitting in the pavilion, watching club rugby? Yeah. And there's big names too. Remember, there's now 3 leagues that they need to play in with the same amount of players. So all of a sudden, club players are going to get a bite at the cherry at the Bulls.
True. That's true. And I feel, and also even club rugby, Harlequins as well. Just, for example, a guy like Giraffe, he's also a big name as well at the Blue Bulls. Stravino came through one time.
So where's Giraffe now?
He's at the Harlequins now, he's playing.
No, where's he now? Tel Aviv bought him.
Serious?
Yeah. He's playing there. Yeah, where's Q?
Q is gone.
SWD, he's got a contract. Where's Andel? Cheetahs, they bought him. So all of a sudden, there's that opportunity for the guys to say, club rugby is the place to shop.
True. That's true. From moving forward, like club is the way.
And you see, the nice thing is about, it's for me just one phone call. I phoned Vesaru at the Lions. He used to be my roomie. He's the coach there. Yeah. The MD of the Sharks. I played against him. Rudolf Stroili, a mate of mine. It's for me, it's a phone call to say, here's a quality player, come and buy him.
That's actually an opportunity. Opportunities are just there.
I mean, Jimmy Stonehouse at the Pumas is a mate of mine. He used to fly me there to come and help him coach the forwards, the scrums. So for me, it's genuine. Just if he works hard and the guys are dedicated, it's a phone call.
True. That's true.
I know all the guys at the Leopards, and Mervyn Taylor, he's the president there. So it's a phone call away.
Club rugby is the way.
Club rugby is the way. It's going to be the feeder system again for the smaller unions or the bigger unions.
All the bigger unions, yeah.
Because somebody is going to fall through the cracks. Remember now, the Varsity Cup has reduced the age limit to 23.
Oh, okay.
So post-grads aren't allowed to play anymore.
Where should they go now? That's club.
Well, the club is the way to go.
And I mean, it's also quality players, good players.
Listen, Gerkie played SA under 21.
Yeah.
There's guys that play K-Cup. Mako,
Yeah, Marco, yeah.
he played for the Lions. So there's decent quality guys that comes through the system. That's it's just crazy what there is. The trick is with them, because they've been spit out by the system, their self-belief is low.
That's true. Yeah, that's actually true.
Because you think you're not wanted. There's an old saying, and this is my second that I'll bring up, and I'm a big Vince Lombardi fan. He used to be one of the most successful Green Bay Packer coaches.
Okay.
And they're going to die, so you need to read it. And he had the saying of hard work always beats talent, except when talent works hard. But the flip side of the coin is also important, is confidence is contagious, so is the lack thereof as well. So if you go into a club system where the vibe is good, you play to your full potential.
Potential, yeah.
Because all of a sudden your confidence grows.
Yeah.
Because the confidence is in the club, there's a vibe in the club.
You don't feel like you're working now.
You feel guilty if you don't work hard, you're going to let them down.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and that brings out your potential.
True. That's true, because now it's Harlequins is a family. It's a family club.
Yeah.
Definitely, it's a family club.
And look, that's and these jerseys are all here under the reign of Heineke Meyer.
Yeah.
And he was strong on, you need to run through a wall for me.
Yeah.
And we did, and we will now as well. If he phones me, I'll go.
Yeah.
But he got that family set up vibe. We play for each other, we play for the coaches. You know, if the critics were on him, he always took the flak.
Yeah.
But if the boys played well, he always gave it to the players to say that they did well.
True.
And I mean that's, I mean me and Heineke, we still have a lot of, we chat a lot. He wants to accommodate some of our players in America, you know, for 4 or 5 months time when we off. But I'm not going to send him somebody that doesn't want to work hard.
Yeah.
Because he knows if I phone him and I say, hey Coach Heinz, I've got a winger or I've got a centre, I vouch for them, and he'll just give them a contract without asking for a video or anything.
That's big. But I won't lie, club rugby is the way to go. It was good having a conversation with you.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
The time.
Yeah, now it's going to grow from strength to strength, and I hope the reach is wide.
Which is why
We need to push this hard to tell the kids there's hope.
True.
You've seen that clip from Madiba. I think that's the essence of this whole journey that we're taking hands with you guys, and to say that once sport makes a difference.
True.
There was despair.
Yeah.
Sport creates hope.
That's true.
And that is, it gives you life, it gives you a family.
Yeah.
It gives you a family of black and white.
True.
There's no color.
There's no color.
It's a brotherhood. It's a brotherhood of rugby.
Definitely.
And that's what makes sport so amazing, is that it creates opportunities, but it also blesses you with your talent that you didn't even know you had.
Yeah, also builds you as a person as well.
Builds you as a person, it teaches you discipline, teaches you life skills. And the nice thing about sport is, even if you're down, there's always somebody that picks you up by the collar and say, come, let's go.
Yeah.
because that's how we play rugby.
That's true.
And life after rugby is exactly the same.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of wolves outside, and they just want to abuse you and whatever it is.
Yeah.
But you always come back to your brotherhood, saying, is there opportunity? Is there opportunity? The guys stick together because they know work ethic, they know discipline, self-belief, and
Sports will change the world, like Mandela said.
Will change. And that's why I'm so passionate about club rugby. It's about taking kids off the street,
True.
teaching them discipline, teaching them self-belief. And I think the most important thing is self-worth.
Self-worth as well, true.
And that's the changes that we're going to make. And we're going with warp speed on this. And it's going to be a hell of a journey.
That's true. Let's take on this journey.
Let's take it on. Welcome on board. And it's nice for me to be on board with you guys as well. So it is a humbling experience of my idea, my knowledge that I've earned over the years to give it back to you guys. And hopefully we'll get another 10 or 20 Springboks through our system.
Definitely.
Already yourself and 3 girls on the 20 side and on the senior side as well.
Yeah.
May just grow from strength to strength.
That's true. I keep seeing them sometimes in Stellenbosch at the SAS Academy.
Yeah.
So it's actually good. Maybe nowadays we can also brag about it. We say like we have people.
We need to get them on the show.
But that was Richard Banks. What an honor to meet up with him, share a few ideas and knowledge. You know, what I could say is that it's possible for kids out there, no matter where you are. He started in Stellenbosch. You know how his background looked like. So it's possible. So keep believing in yourself, keep pushing.